Welcome to Legends of Change. This is the program that brings you gripping and motivating stories from people that remain role models all the time. I am Matthew Maps Kapofi. Please stay tuned. In tonight's program, we will meet somebody who has not only faced adversity, but knows the importance of helping those who may suffer the same fate. Today's Legend of Change was left unable to walk following his cancer treatment, but he became a hero to many living with disabilities nevertheless. Whether you live in a city or the countryside, having the ability to drive is going to give you more freedom and self-reliance than having to depend on public transport, private services, or favors from friends. Although there are burdens and responsibilities with owning a car, you will be able to get to where you need to go on your terms. However, as much as this is a benefit for everyone, people living with disabilities do not usually have an easy time finding a driving school that will accommodate them. Pepukai Isaak Murakwari recognized the need to provide this service to people with disabilities in Windhoek after he had a tumor inside the spinal cord that changed his life and his own abilities forever.
My name is Isaak Murakwani. I was born in Zimbabwe and I went to primary and high school in Zimbabwe, and then I moved to Namibia in 2008. I attended UNAM. I did a BAc in accounting, an honors in accounting at UNAM. And then as of 2011, I started business. I had my spinal cord injury in 2015. This was as a result of a tumor on my spine. I got operated in September of 2015. And unfortunately, after the operation, I lost my ability to walk. At first, I was actually happy that I did not have a cancer that would kill me. That's the first point. So I was relieved. Later on, when I started struggling, obviously with movement and small things like going to the bathroom and all those things, that's when I realized, I've got a problem here. But I quickly, I'm somebody who likes to quickly solve my own issues and get ahead of things. So I just started, exploring how I could manage my environment better with my new circumstances.
The road to becoming a driving instructor was not easy, as it took months of waiting and pushing, but Isaak never gave up.
When I was in the hospital, I spoke to a gentleman called Mitch. So Mitch said, so we were just talking. He's also a person, he uses a wheelchair. So he came to just, talk to me, console me, and, just sort of give me answers to my new situation if I had any questions. So he was very great. He talked to me. He assured me that, you can have a decent life. So as we were talking, he said, you can get equipment and drive yourself around and all those things. So then I said, oh, okay. So how does that happen? And he just says, you buy your own equipment and just start driving. I said, wow, that's dangerous, isn't it? Then, he said, it's dangerous, but what can we do? That's what's there. So after that, after I got out of hospital, I started doing my research, and then we got a place in SA that I could go and practice to be an instructor, because I felt that other people also would benefit if I knew how to teach them. So this was all out of pocket. I flew to South Africa, and I went to get all these lessons from a lady called Pat. She's the one who helped me out. And then when I got that certification, I came to Ministry of Transport, and then we started talking in terms of having a driving school for people with impairments or disabilities. So it took about 9 months, back and forth, you know, up until they approved the little car that I bought specifically for that purpose. So that's how it started. And then ever since 2017, these lessons have been going on. MVA came on board and started giving me some of their clients so that I can teach them how to drive.
Many of his clients have been very thankful for this initiative, bringing so independence and confidence in their lives.
I'm Teopoltine Utarera Kanjong, turning 42 years here. I was in a car accident 17 May 2013, so I've been a wheeler now for like 9 years now. I started driving in 2018, and that is 5 years after my accident.
My name is Tony Pock and I'm 23 years old, and yeah, I'm a student. Isaak is an initiative whereby he provides driving school for people living with disabilities. It is a very unique initiative to help those who otherwise would have struggled in Namibia. Because his driving school puts people in a position whereby they are more independent and can depend on themselves rather than depending on others. So the initiative is very much important.
How did I get hold of Isaak? I cannot remember. I was introduced by someone. I was given his number by someone and I contacted him. And then he told me all the procedures, what I have to do, what I have to go through, because you also have to go for like an assessment before you even can go get your license and everything. Isaak initiative is the best. It's actually great because it's like we are minorities when it comes to driving or when it comes to living normal life. So having someone who's helping you to get your life back, it's a very great thing.
I was actually struggling before I met him because once I wanted to go anywhere, I would have to call a friend or a family member to pick me up and take me somewhere because the location where I live is pretty hard to get a taxi, and then again, a wheelchair doesn't fit in a donkey Botswana and those type of vehicles. So then again, I would have to call family members. But then I met him through mutual friends who introduced me to him and told me, no, you can get a driver's license, what. And then that's where I met him. And it has greatly helped my life, getting to and from school, from UNAM, from campus, going wherever you want. If you want to go get something to eat, you can drive off, those type of stuff. He also helped me a lot with like getting the wheelchair into the car, getting it off, those type of special skills. So his initiative has really impacted my life.
How was the first lesson for you?
It was fine.
It was fine. Okay. Yeah, don't worry about getting everything the first day. It comes with time. Yeah, because you're teaching your brain how to do this with your hands, and you have to do it over and over again until such a time that it becomes natural for you just to brake and accelerate with your hand without thinking. Okay, that's where we want to get you at. So, good one.
Okay.
Hope to see you next time. Huh? I think the biggest challenge about losing some ability is the physical environment. The physical environment is very inhibitive. Let's say, for example, I just want to go to a meeting in town. if I have to get a cab, if I'm not driving, if I have to get a cab, the cab driver doesn't want to stop for me because I've got this baggage of a wheelchair and space and all that. And then when I do get there, there's the stairs, there's the ramps that are too steep, you know. So the physical environment, it's quite challenging for people with impairments. That's why you see sometimes it looks like people with disabilities or impairments, they look like they're failing. But it's because if you're told to come at 10:30 and you can't make it, you always come at 12. Not because you're not putting effort, but it's because the physical environment stops you from being able to achieve what you want to achieve. So, and the other thing is the disability equipment is so expensive. We have to figure out as a country how to make these things cheaper, or how medical aids can cover more, because the average, most of these chairs, they're north of 60,000. 60,000 Namibian dollars. So you can imagine it's not easy. It's really not easy, especially if you want to get chairs that you can get around with, you know. So, and then there are other devices that make your life more comfortable, just to beat the physical environment, just for you to be able to be at par with everybody else. I think that's where the biggest challenge is. And I would appeal, the people that can really change this quickly are architects. If architects made an effort that for every building that you are drawing, make it accessible to everybody. Because there are ladies who are pushing prams, they still need a ramp. There are old people with sticks, you know, with walking sticks. They don't need big stairs, even pregnant women. They don't need to climb over, you know, some stair that is so big. It'll be easier if everything is just almost like a ramp, sort of. So if architects could, you know, be engaged and play their part, I think they would significantly change. Because when somebody builds their house, you never think of these things. I never thought of these things when I was walking. I never thought of, you know, let me do this just in case a relative of mine comes and visits me who is in this situation. Because I didn't have any relatives. I didn't have anyone. But now I have a lot of people that I know that are in this situation, because it's now my constituency, so to speak. Yeah. We waste a lot of money as government, even as MVA, putting ramps and trying to redevelop something and destroy it and build it again. But if people could just do it the first time around, then, you know, if everything is always made in such a way that it's accessible for everybody, then you don't pay for the same thing twice. You save money. Yeah. So that's what I think in terms of that.
To Mr. Isaak, we have no words to thank you and describe the type of independence that you have given many people living with disabilities. May your patience and kindness allow you to keep up the good work. If you know of any other legends around you, please feel free to contact us on our Facebook page, NBC Content Hub. And always remember, don't give to gain, but give to inspire others to give. Until we meet again, stay safe.